It's time to change the situation in the Middle East, seems decided Donald Trump, and organized a conference dedicated to this part of the world in Poland. Delegations from around 60 countries came to Warsaw, including over 10 from the Middle East and nearly 1,000 journalists.
The conference is a part of an effort to put the maximum pressure on Iran. As a part of that effort, what is needed from the perspective of Washington is a better coordination between its Middle Eastern allies, namely Israel and Saudi Arabia.
Although the co-organizer of the conference, Poland, argues that the meeting is not directed against any country, no one has doubts that the recipient of its demands will be mainly Iran. The pressure on Tehran is exerted by the Iranians themselves. Hundreds demonstrated before the start of the conference.
We hope that this conference will highlight the violation of human rights in Iran and also, more important, the desire of the Iranian people for a regime change in Iran and for the establishment of a free republic.
This is a country and a leadership with more blood on its hand than just about any other one in the world. It's one that has created tremendous instability in the Middle East. Look at what's happening look at what's happened in Lebanon. Look at what's happened in Syria. Look what they have in mind for Israel, for the Arab states, domination.
But Iran does not take part in the conference, didn't get an invitation.
Iran would certainly accept the invitation, but then neither the United States nor Israel would come, saying that they're not sitting at the same table with the terrorists.
In talks that will take place on Thursday at the National Stadium in Warsaw, there will be one more significant absence.
As for Russia, well, that's a different story. Of course, they vie for influence in the Middle East with the United States, and they try to organize their own conference, which is childish and I think unproductive. But not attending the conference is putting oneself outside the important course of events.
Wars in Syria and Yemen, humanitarian crisis related with them, energy security and terrorism. There are more serious topics, but only less than 1 day of talks. Talking about peace and security in the Middle East is one thing. The second one, and much harder, is to implement all arrangements, especially when among decision makers there are no Russia, Iran and Palestine.